Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel here on Global Conquerors weekly podcast, Conquest. You might see that the setup is a little bit different today, as I am not alone this time, joined with my co-host.
Assassin, like always.
Yeah, and we're on episode 28, filmed on May 19th, 2024, our last episode for about a week, actually, since this will be a premiering while I'm gone. But we're just going to jump right into it. We got a bunch of league news, we got some general news about speed, and some news about some games like Assassin's Creed. But to start off, we're going to start off with League because it just ended. We'll start off with news from last week. T1, our team, fell to BLG 3-2. Really close series back and forth up until the last game where it kind of wasn't close anymore. But I'm not surprised. T1 just doesn't seem to perform well at MSI generally.
Um,
So,
I watched game 3 and then the rest from there.
mm,
So they got smoked game 3, if I'm not mistaken.
mm,
And then they did the same game 4. They should have won game 3. It was theirs to win. The way they were making it, they had to win that game.
yeah.
Because I guess the draft, the second, the third, the fourth game draft was in their favor, which was because they won the game. But this was like the one they had it to steal out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching, and then it started out really slow, obviously, and then it went from like I blinked in a second, it was like 16-4. I'm like, kill wise, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
And it looked like I realized that they were just Faker had been dying a lot, and I think they were just targeting him more than anybody
Yeah.
because he can make a play like
He's dangerous if he's allowed
exactly.
to be there and roam around.
So I was watching, and I'm like, all right, well, they got smoked, and then obviously the next draft favored them, and I mean they obviously won. I mean it started out really slow.
Yeah.
I realized how that's how the league starts. So they started out really slow, and then T1 winning like the more important like fights, even though they were getting wiped, they were winning the more important ones.
No,
They
yeah.
would get squad wiped, and then they would end up getting the more important kills around the objectives, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
So which kept them in the game, and then obviously the game spiraled out of control at the end. But yeah, it was pretty exciting to watch, and then I saw game 5 a little bit, and I was like,
Yeah, game 5 was unfortunate, but it's basically a repeat of last year. You have an LPL team in the finals, you have T1 getting third place again. But last year was two LPL teams because it was BLG versus JDG. This year's finals was BLG versus Gen G, and unfortunately for me to report, Chovy has now won his first international tournament ever, as of 20 minutes before we're recording this. It was a really close fight. BLG stomped them in the third game, and BLG almost upset Gen G in the fourth game, but did a really bad late game push because Gen G's Nexus was open, so two of them TP'd in, but Gen G had the Baron, so they were able to recall faster and completely wipe them. Went to BLG's base, ended in like a minute.
yeah.
So,
I literally this is how it went. I woke up,
mm,
pulled up the score. It was 2-0. I'm like, yeah, close it. I already
no.
like it's over. Even if they win this game, it's over.
Mm.
So
BLG was waking up though, which was the thing. They took too long to catch up and get comfortable with the game against Gen G, since Gen G plays really aggressive, and lots of Chinese teams tend to play a bit slower and wait to see when their enemies make mistakes. But if BLG was like awake during the first two games, Gen G would have gotten like 3-1. But that's not how history turned out today, unfortunately. But the implications for this are great because that means Gen G automatically qualifies for Worlds, which means who's going to be second seed for LCK?
it has to be.
It's
I
going to
mean,
be
it
T1.
has to be T1. There's no.
T1 can lose to Gen G in the LCK finals. Doesn't matter.
The Gen G already qualified, so they have to go with the next.
Yeah, exactly. So
Doesn't really matter, but it's kind of dumb to see T1. They exposed themselves because they did a lot. Obviously, like you said, they play slower, right? And they just wait for them to make mistakes. As you could tell, they made a lot of mistakes, and yeah, a lot of I don't know. I was watching them play, and it will look nothing like to when they played Gen G in the finals. What was it before? the spring.
Spring split finals,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they look nothing like that. It looked like everyone was trying to make a play, or because I don't know. This roster's like a love hate, dude.
Hey,
I
man.
like the roster. Like they're all good when they are all on or on the same.
Hmm.
But they showed no teamwork, in my opinion.
No, when one of them is down, it kind of completely implodes, and you have Faker trying to carry the entire team, which he can't do 10 games in a row.
Hey man, that point Guma has been proving a lot of people wrong.
That is
He is
true.
really good now. Like from like year one, like to his rookie year to now.
Hmm.
Obviously, he got criticized the most, right?
Yeah.
And then he improved last year,
Hmm.
and that's why they won Worlds. And this year, he's been really good with his team around. I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't. I don't think it's Zia's. I don't think it is because he plays good,
Hmm.
but I don't know why he gets aggressive at times. Um, owner's like the one that's like if they're gonna change him, they're gonna change somebody. It's gonna be him.
I think
It
the
would be
owner,
him.
not Zeus?
Nah.
Really? Okay.
He was the MVP of Worlds
No, I know, yeah.
and then the MVP of the gold medal from the Olympics.
Yeah.
So that's really like
No, I get what you mean.
so it's not like I would see them making a change on owner before anybody else.
Okay.
But I don't know. I still think the team is good. I think they could. I mean, they won World last year.
No, yeah.
They've been to the finals already.
I think the issue is that if you change owner, since owner and Carrier play duo, you upset that duo balance, and we don't know how to replace that with who.
Well, you need someone to at least be better than the other one.
Yeah,
And
that's
I doubt they're gonna change Carrier.
yeah. No, Carrier's staying. He's their next face, so it's gonna be tough to find in a new support for fill owner's role. If anything, I thought they would change Zeus first if he underperforms in spring this year. Not spring, summer this year. But we can't tell yet because we're not there just yet. But yeah, Gen G won the finals 3-1. But also, last news on the league side, Gumayusi from T1 said that he's concerned for the summer season in the LCK as T1, he said the DDoSing issue for specific teams has not been addressed yet. And he's afraid that it's going to still affect their practice and scrims like how it did in the spring. As we know, despite that, they still went to the finals. But you could tell they weren't up to their
You
best
could
caliber.
tell. Obviously, yeah, you could still tell that they're still affected by the DDoS.
Mhm.
I mean, they're playing better without any decent practice. Obviously,
Mhm.
uh, maybe that's what they need is actual practice, like good practice. Maybe they'll go back to what they originally were.
Mhm.
But this has been we talked about this the last 2-3
Also,
podcasts,
yeah. Yep.
and it still hasn't been addressed. We're still talking about it till now. So they need to figure this out, and I'm surprised they're not. League isn't doing anything
Mhm.
to get it fixed, or it's just like their biggest esport,
Yeah.
and to not have a solution for it, it's pretty concerning, and it's only affecting one team mainly.
It affects T1 mostly every once in a while, like Gen G, KT gets hit, but T1's getting like consistently pinged and just unable to scrim most of the time. But I don't know, we'll see. We know Riot Games Korea was able to fix it for the arena, obviously, because they just made an offline version of the game. But for teams that have to scrim at home, you don't have that option. So I'm not sure. They'll have to either find who is DDoSing or find a way to make League more in a protected state. Maybe like a developer's version of the game that only teams can access. I'm not sure.
I mean, Overwatch did that, right?
I
Weren't
think so,
at
yeah.
the beginning, Overwatch 2, they were playing on the developers before they were playing league matches before the game was out, right?
I think so, yeah. And same with like if you remember Halo 5, they for the pro teams back in the day, they had their own version of the game, which we experienced at DreamHack, which is still online because H5 didn't have LAN, but some esports do it.
I didn't remember. It's a different game, but it plays the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see because LCK Summer comes after the Esports World Cup, which T1 and I think Genji will both be competing in the league side against teams from every region, I believe. So should be fun, but again, it's not going to really mean anything like we said last time. To move,
This is more like practice for for those teams. Mainly because it's just a random tournament in the middle.
No, yeah, right before the season. No, you're good.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a random tournament. It could be good to land practice, I guess you could say, with some money on the line.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see. I mean, it could be exciting games. I don't know, but it's not really like a big deal. It's not really talked about anywhere.
Well, it's gonna be a big deal by T1 fans if T1 beats Gen G there.
Yeah, but then they're not. It's not gonna mean anything if they don't win.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, you could say they win the first World Cup, but like, it's not. I mean, does it really mean anything?
No, not really. It's a whatever thing, but like you said, just good practice for them.
I know they could beat them. I know they could beat. I know T1 could beat Gen G. They beat them, almost beat them in the final.
Yep. The last time that T1 did beat Gen G was MSI last year in the uppers bracket, the second uppers bracket tier. They 3-2 Gen G and sent them to losers.
Exactly. And yep. That year's the year they won Worlds. So.
Yep. So it's not impossible. It's just, I guess for T1 fans, like I've been saying since last year, for safety for T1, you just want another team to elim Gen G. Because then T1 can beat everybody else.
Yeah, but does it really mean anything if you don't beat the team that's been causing you problems?
I don't know. What if you beat the other teams that are supposed to be the best in the world? Like JDG, BLG, Top Esports.
Okay, but yeah, you beat them, right? But yeah, if you can't beat that one team that can't beat... Gen G is literally made to beat T1, but they can't beat anyone else sometimes.
Yeah, but like, okay, it's like, you know the graphs, like, I beat A team beats B team, but C team beats A team? It's like, what matters there? Because, like, last year Gen G lost to BLG, but then T1 destroyed BLG. So who's better? But Gen G beats T1.
I would assume. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still, like, it doesn't mean anything unless you beat the team that's been causing you problems the whole time.
No, I get what you mean, but also,
it doesn't
like,
feel satisfying because you don't go against that team.
We didn't get a chance to see them play because they're on opposite sides of the bracket, which was the thing.
Well, either way, it doesn't. I mean, they played each other not that long ago.
They played in the LCK Summer Finals.
Exactly, but it wasn't that long ago.
I guess, yeah. Well, we'll never know since they never got the chance to play each other in Worlds last year. But also, Gen G though can't win the international events till today, as we've seen.
Well, this is a different roster. They have a different roster every year now.
Yeah, and they almost threw it still, which is. If you're a Gen G fan, that should still be concerning.
That means they won't win Worlds.
I don't think so, no. If T1 doesn't win Worlds, it's going to be a Chinese team. No?
Maybe.
I don't think so. If BLG's going to sharpen up during summer, I wouldn't be surprised if they win this year.
If T1 get proper practice and get this DDoS thing situated,
then
maybe they have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never started clicking record, right?
No.
Yeah, no, they get proper practice. Maybe it's a different, but I don't know how long until they get that fixed or anything. But I don't know.
No, yeah, we'll see. We're still a bit ways out since MSI just ended, but we'll figure out a month or two's time once the season starts up. But to move away from league topics, we move on to IShowSpeed, who performed with the American-Korean rapper Jay Park at the Sungkyun Kwan University Festival in Korea. It was unexpected. People don't know what...
Esports, technically?
Is this gaming, I guess, because Speed is a Twitch streamer? You know? That's I just put it in the gaming category, so... Yeah, Speed, as we know, has like blown up massively the past 2 years. Now he's on stage with massive artists. He learned the choreography. I'm not sure if you saw the video. Yeah, he does his thing where he backflips 3 times in a row, whatever, you know.
Might have the cleanest backflip. Jesus, I can't speak early in the morning.
You're good.
Yeah, but yeah, he has the cleanest backflip.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of him just doing backflips. It looks like
this is so casually.
It's casual, like smooth. But yeah, it's weird that he's collabing with artists that aren't Americans. If you realized,
yeah,
he's gone to Brazil.
Yeah.
Obviously, what is it? You said an American Korean rapper.
Yeah, this is in South Korea.
So he's collabing with people that are foreign mostly.
Yeah, but also people are saying that he might not want to leave Korea because his reception there has been bigger than any of the other countries he's been to.
They love Speed, I guess. They just love dumb people. Or dumb, funny people.
I'm not sure if they're laughing with him or laughing at him, but Hey,
Volleyball.
he's having. He seems like he's having a great time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we'll see, but
Did you also see the video of him in the car? And there's a Korean police officer that recognized him.
oh, barked at him.
Back at it, yeah. And
Did
then
he?
he had to issue an apology.
Yeah, 'cause he was unprofessional.
Yeah.
But that's weird. A police officer or law enforcement in there is doing that with I guess a celebrity. I guess he's a lot bigger over there than we expected.
Which is surprising, but
Yeah, but then he was also with a what's the name of that? This like a
there's a girl group.
yeah,
Yeah. I know I don't remember their name, but
Kiss a Line or something like
it's
that.
something like that, yeah. But there was a girl group and he was also like dancing with them and doing backflips and kind of spooked them for a second, but
I don't
hey,
know. But
like
like I said, he's collabing with like artists that aren't or like people that aren't from his
from the US.
from the U.S.
Yeah.
Which is funny, but it's good that he goes to his audience a little more.
No, yeah, exactly. He's growing an international base, so he's making sure that he can have a pretty consistent fan base in long term, not just relying off.
Do you think like beyond like anything? Do you think he'll keep this personality up for like years or what?
I mean,
There's
he's
no way.
like
This is obviously has to be a character. There's no way he acts like this in real life.
he's like what 20, 21?
He's pretty young.
Yeah, because he was like 19 when we first discovered him. I think he keeps it up as long as he can, as long as he's like this energetic. There's a time in your life where you start to slow down or you start to get annoyed by it. Once he hits that point, you'll see him mellow out.
The thing is, it's hard to tell if he's actually being for real or is he playing a character. I don't.
I think he's playing a character. I think like you know like how Markiplier is on stream, like he's super bold, super energetic, but then when you meet him in person, he's super like mellow, casual.
But he acts like how he acts on stream in person.
Sometimes.
Speed?
No, Street. Oh, Speed.
I know who you're talking about. I know
yeah.
Markiplier. Yeah, I know.
Speed.
I'm talking about Speed.
I don't know.
Speed actually worse on stream than he does in person. Well, maybe. I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to watch any of his streams, but just the clips that come out, it's like almost every day. There's something new about it.
Yeah, same with me. Like I don't watch Speed at all, but like his clips will pop up on Twitter or YouTube. And it's like he's out there doing stuff. Oh.
Nothing else I could say.
Oh yeah,
He's growing his fan base. So.
He's living his life. But next we move over. Assassin's Creed Shadows dropped a new trailer 4 days ago. It takes place in Japan during the late 1500s, featuring the very first black and the only black samurai in Japan, Yasuke, who was the retainer and black samurai under Oda Nobunaga before Japan was unified. Should be a cool game. Because Assassin's Creed is always like, you know, it tends to take place in the past. It has like different historical features that tie to like real world events.
Yeah, I mean, the game has had a little bit of a decline, but this has really like I guess some I guess some ways to the game again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different style.
Mm-hmm. The trailer looked amazing though.
It does look amazing.
Yeah.
I might want to play it. Like I haven't played any of the recent ones. Like the last one I remember playing was Black Flag. Was it called Black Flag?
It was Black, yeah.
That was the last one I remember playing, and then I've seen like other ones come out.
Mm.
But I played the first one, the second one, and then I think there was one called Brotherhood or Brother.
I think so, yeah.
And then there's obviously there's Black Flag and 3. I mean I played those.
Mm.
Not to a point where I remember a lot, but the game there's a lot to do in the game.
Yeah.
It's like Red Dead / GTA in a way, in their style. But I've always liked the Assassin's Creed game. They have a unique, different way of playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Stealthy, I guess, assassins. And...
No, yeah. Do you remember, like, when it was really popular in 2013, it kind of brought back, like, a big renaissance in parkour in real life? People would, like, dress up as the characters, go, like, jumping off of skyscrapers and all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pretty interesting game. I guess there's I mean, it's kind of a big deal, actually. It's a different, I guess you could say, I mean, samurais instead of...
It's the first time that they've gone outside of, like, America and Europe. Because I think this is their first time featuring a game in Asia. So, should be cool. And samurai, people love samurai. So, it should be a really cool game.
I'm curious on, like, the story they're going to go with. Like, what type of story? Obviously, there's, like, the story on it.
If it's historical, it's going to end off with his master getting assassinated and him getting captured by the enemy team. So you would lose as the main character. Because that's how it
But
ends
it
up in
could
real life.
lead to a second game. Obviously, that's not how the story goes, but
If it leads to a second game, it would just watch the TV show Shogun because it takes place after Sasuke.
okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, it's probably the most, like I said, the most noise that has happened recently
A long time, yeah.
in the for the Assassin's Creed and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So good to good. It's, I mean, it's a big deal, and I guess they're introducing more, I guess, culture into this game now.
Mhm.
It's a pretty big deal. So excited to see what that holds,
Mhm.
and when we're expect. Did they announce a release date on it? No, right?
I don't recall.
I just know they announced it, but yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But,
No. Also, before I forget, I believe still going on today is the Call of Duty Major.
yeah.
Yep.
Championship Sunday.
Champion-
We're recording this like really early.
Yep.
In the morning, so we don't know who wins it.
Yep. Who's out in Champ Sunday?
FaZe, Optic, New York, and Toronto.
Okay.
Top the four best teams in the game.
And out of like no bias, who do you think's gonna win?
It has to be FaZe.
FaZe.
I want Optic to win because Toronto and FaZe have already won this year, and it would just be. It has to be. I want it to be New York or Optic, and then if New York win it, then I want Optic to win champs.
Yeah.
The one they're hosting. So, oh yeah, but nothing much.
Nothing much. Yeah.
Until later today when they have the winners thing, but right now we don't know because it's still early for us.
No, yeah. It's all good. You got any
Mis-
other gaming topics?
Yeah,
for esports?
GTA 6 got announced.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to.
For-
They moved it up a year. Yeah. Because it's now late next year.
Late fall 2025.
Yeah.
Which is more earlier than I expected it, but yeah,
Yeah,
more earlier than I expected. It was supposed to come out.
Sometime in 2026,
2026.
but now we're about a year and a half out ish from
From its release. No, not even, maybe like
year and
a
2 months.
couple months.
Yeah.
And then that means what game will that be? It'll be a different. I don't know what COD game will be out, but Call of Duty's are teasing now the next game for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Should have news about it next month, hopefully, like real hard news.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, in the game, they're like throwing in little like Easter eggs.
Yeah, hinting at it.
It looks like there's gonna be another Black Ops game. If it's what people are expecting is supposed to be Call of Duty Gulf War.
Golf War. Oh, okay. They're coming to like really close to modern time now. Interesting.
The
I
Black
wonder-
Ops are-
I wonder if that will be taken well, because COD usually likes to stay away from like modern events because they tend to be a lot more controversial, as you know.
Bro, I just need a game. I'm tired of these realistic games, bro. I just want. Can we get like the old school cartoony like version of games again? Like COD wise,
Oh.
those are like the best games to play
Mm-hmm.
because the games aren't like they're not real. Like
Are you going back to like Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare
No.
type? No.
maybe Advanced Warfare that was supposed to come out this year,
Mhm.
and they scratched it to make this game.
Because people don't want to play Advanced Movement.
Mm,
You saw how much backlash was happening during those games. Even me, who wasn't playing COD.
yeah, but now everybody wants Advanced Movement again. At least Advanced Warfare 2. I don't want no
It's because we've had boots in the ground games for the past 6 years,
recently.
nonstop. Yeah.
I need I need one more at least.
Okay.
One more jetpack game.
We might get like one, and then it'll never happen
I
again.
think it'd be Advanced Warfare 2.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be Infinite Warfare. If it's Infinite Warfare 2, I'm not playing that. I'll go look for a different game to play, but I'm not. It has to be Advanced Warfare 2.
Okay.
It just seems like the game that everybody's been playing. And they you could tell because they released a gun in the game. I don't you remember it was called the Bow. Did it ring a bell to you? Okay, the Bow was an AR that was used in comp in AW.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it came out like for this season. Well, the current season. This season's about to end. Maybe by next week. Yeah. So this will be out, but yeah, next week. It was the Bow AR, and it's in the game. So you could tell they had original plans for it, Advanced Warfare 2, and then obviously, I guess, I don't know who it was, what company it was, but they scratched that idea and said we're just gonna continue off from last year's game to this game.
Mhm.
That's why the game looked like it's rushed and like it doesn't work properly.
There weren't actually many new features. It just was part 2.
But it does play better than the last year's game,
Mhm.
in my opinion. But it does feel rushed. Didn't really have to do much besides reskin the maps, resize them,
Mhm.
and put them in the game. So it's literally like old MW2 and 3 maps
Mhm.
in the new game, but resized and recolored and redetailed. And so it's like almost playing like an old game, but the new movements and
Okay.
it wasn't their original plan. I could tell. And then they've been like throwing in like Advanced Warfare. Obviously, the Black Ops go for if it's what it's called or when it's supposed to come out.
Mhm.
They've been hinting those into the game. So we'll see. But other than that, I don't have news on anything. What else? There's another thing that was announced, but I don't remember.
For gaming?
Yeah. Oh, let me see if I can find it. But
Sure, let's...
I'll be quick about it. Let me see if I
No, yeah, you're good. I can also see if I missed anything real quick. Oh yeah. Back for the league news, the peak viewership for the Gen G versus BLG match was 2.6 million. One of the highest, if not the highest, MSI viewership of all time. People who've been saying that league is dying.
Oh.
What do you mean?
There's two things, but this one goes in general. Oh, these would you consider Casanat a gaming esports?
Does he stream on Twitch as well?
Huh?
Is he a Twitch streamer? Yeah, and
the Elden Ring thing.
yeah, it's gaming. It's literally
Yeah, so
Elden.
why isn't it on
I
the
forgot.
Notes? Okay, anyways,
Kaisenat finally beat Elden Ring after dying a ridiculous amount of times and after playing the game a ridiculous amount of hours.
160 non-stops of it's insane.
Yeah.
But he actually ended up completing one of these challenges that he said. But yeah, so his goal was to beat Elden Ring in a stream. And he streamed hours, days, maybe I think he streamed like 3 to 4 days in total.
Mm-hmm.
But his goal was to beat Elden Ring. He beat majority of the side people, the side quest people, like the side bosses, and then the main bosses.
Yeah.
So we know and everyone knows he's not really a gaming type of player. We could tell.
Yeah.
So, but you could tell from his progression of playing the game, he got better, and obviously his chat helped him a little bit. Obviously, but his goal is to complete it, and obviously it took amount of times and amount of tries. He ended up beating the game. It's a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a controversial thing that came out of it because of it with ING, right? IGN.
IGN, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but yeah. So he set out to beat Elden Ring. People were making fun of him. People were like saying that some guys called him out saying that he beat Elden Ring 4 times before he beat him, but he did. It was just a whole thing, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a pretty big deal in the gaming, I guess you could aspects as content influence community. So, yeah, it was pretty fun to watch, especially the clips that came out. His death total was pretty freaking hilarious when it said like 1,000 something.
Yeah.
And
Elden Ring's not an easy game.
It's not, but I don't think you will die
1,000 times. No. No.
That's numbers you see on like a multiplayer game.
Yeah, after like maybe 20 games of playing. But
yeah, but anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. Congrats to him. I know he's been critiqued for not being a good gamer, but but you can see his progression little by little throughout the game. Yeah. While he's playing, he got better and better. Obviously, he got stuck on one boss for like 10 hours.
Yeah, it was a long time.
But you gotta remember, he's a more of a influential type of streamer. So he doesn't really play games. He'll play them, but obviously we've seen him collab with.
He does a lot of in-person stuff. He had like Nicki Minaj, yeah.
I think he had 21 Savage. Not Drake, but he's called Drake.
Lil Nas.
Lil Nas.
Yeah.
X, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's more of that type of streamer, which is good for him because he has a community outside of his streaming world because but he's met people from it. So
No, yeah, exactly.
last time we've seen someone like this with celebrity was Drake,
Mm-hmm.
or no, not Drake,
Huh?
Ninja.
Ninja, yeah, and
When he
his
met
personality.
Drake, Travis Scott, when they played Fortnite together.
Yeah,
Um,
on stream, yeah.
so yeah, he's collabed with a lot of people of it, and I mean I expect him to do more, like more people coming onto his stream. It seems he's very energetic. He's had a lot of like celebrities, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has more later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
He's really grown his community big and in a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Won't be surprised if he doesn't win Twitch Streamer of the Year again.
Yeah,
He's on that pace. I mean, I don't think no one's hitting those numbers that he is
Not
and the
consistently.
hours he's
No.
putting in. So good for him, man. I mean, but obviously, one good thing always leads to controversial things. Obviously, IGN.
Yeah, IGN called him out for a dumb reason. Instead of celebrating his achievement for his incessantly long stream, IGN referenced him by saying, like, Twitch streamer who caused a mass riot in New York, which has nothing to do with the topic of him beating Elden Ring. So lots of his fans and just people in the general gaming community were mad at IGN for making such a disparaging remark in an article about an achievement, and instead trying to focus on a negative that has been settled for a while now. And he even said it was a mistake anyways. So, you know, people like
I
drama.
don't think that was a mistake. You got to remember that whoever comes up with the title has to get it approved.
No, I mean, that Kai Cenat apologized for the mistake of hosting that big event.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I'm talking about the guy IGN.
IGN. No, yeah, no, I don't
Obviously,
think they apologized.
you
I'm
have
not
to
sure.
write it, and that's if you write that and that's your top. That obviously you're trying to get attention, but that's
No, yeah.
not the right way. And then whoever approved it, they need to face consequences because that's pretty messed up. You don't reference something like that that happened like a year ago.
Yeah.
It's not relevant to the topic.
Yeah.
If you want views, that's not the way to do it.
Hey man, everybody is running on clickbait, trying to get any attention they
But
can.
that's not,
And-
especially IGN.
No, yeah.
They've never done anything like that I remember.
Not that I know either. But like, it's a way for the same way we're talking about it now. That is what they want, though.
Yeah, and I understand that, but
Yeah.
I mean, you saw this community that you have, or whoever you go after, their community is big for a reason.
Mm.
That's why you're putting their name in your headline so they come get clicks, right?
Yep.
But if they see you are in a disrespectful and not respectful way of talking about them, you have people coming at you, hate. You start losing like your credibility.
Mhm.
Like, why would I listen to them? They don't post out real facts, or they just I guess what do you call misinterpret information? Was that the right way?
Misinformation in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I extended the word anyways, but
Yep.
not a good look for them. The guy who wrote that needs to face consequences, get fired. So that's not professional. And the guy who approved it needs to face consequences because you have to approve it before you even send it out. There's no.
Yeah.
You have to. But
Yeah, it's too late now. We'll see if IGN does anything, even an apology or whatnot
they
about
should,
this.
in my opinion, they should.
Yep. But we will see. But I think that closes up the esports and gaming category. We'll move over to our general news with a topic that occurred actually last night on May 18th.
Wait, before we do that, can we?
Hmm?
Let's talk about the portals.
That's the general news.
Yeah. But
Also,
it's
I
not
have
on
it I have it on because it's on the shorts. You saw it on the
It
shorts.
is on the shorts.
Yeah. If you want to learn about the New York portals, watch the short that's coming out later this week. But just for a quick rundown, New York City and Dublin, Ireland opened a portal. It was like a private portal. These have been actually in the world for a while now in other cities with no issue. But for some reason, New York and Dublin
They have the same mindset, dude.
Yeah.
Just different parts in the world.
Exactly.
Do we have one?
Right? No.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll see. I don't know where they would link Atlanta
Put one in somewhere in Europe, or they have to have. There's only for Europe, right? Like other countries.
It's mostly just between European cities. So America already squandered its
make
chance.
one with like different like states. Have a big an area dedicated to it with a bunch of portals from different states.
This is how you start a civil war. Some states hate each other. They're gonna be camping each other's portals, and it's gonna be real bad.
Someone make a portal to Georgia or like Atlanta, Georgia,
Mhm.
Atlanta to be exact, to California.
That will be fine.
That's like almost the same people, but one's Southern, drinks sweet tea, and the other ones are Tesla drivers
Tesla drivers, Western, love their avocados. What, man?
and their expensive coffee.
Yep.
But yeah,
But yeah, like if you want more details, be sure to check out the short for this week. But I think that the only thing we have for general news, like I said last night on May 18th, there was a big old meteor over Portugal and Spain. There's a lot of videos. I'm not sure if you've seen about it. It's really cool though. Like you never know when it's gonna happen.
Oh, keep going. Wait, I just remembered a video I just saw. But read it. Keep going. Keep going.
It's like you never know because meteors are basically unpredictable. So if it happens, you're like, yo, I saw a meteor. Cool.
It's not. At least it's not the ones that put people back into extinct.
That is true. It's not big enough to kill you, but it's cool. It's
But
big
at least
enough.
we would hope to know we could detect those, right?
Well, the small ones we don't need to worry about like those. We can detect the big ones usually. Usually.
We don't have no plans, right? Isn't there like a plan? Like they send a rocket at it, and then
Yeah.
so that they do have things. For it?
They do have a plan now. I think 2 years ago they sent a rocket to nudge one out of the way, and it worked.
So
We can do that. You know, it's not impossible.
we're good. We're good. We won't face extinction until maybe a couple billion years from now.
NASA says they can they can detect most big ones. There's always a chance that there's going to be one that slips through. But the chance of that is really small. Because Earth is really strong and basically disintegrates them when they enter the atmosphere, like the one from yesterday.
Anyways, it was cool. I saw a bunch of videos. I was like, I saw like something trending on like the internet, or not the internet,
Twitter. Yeah.
It said something. What was it called? It was the trending. Was it just meteor?
It just said meteor. Yeah.
Yeah. So I clicked on it and saw a bunch of cool videos. It looked blue, right?
It was like bluish green. Yeah.
And yeah, I just kept going until I saw a funny one.
Which one?
It was like a funny. They posted like, "Yo, someone about to get the Omni trick."
Oh, the Ben 10 one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, someone's about to get lucky with it. I'm like, dang, it could have been me.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until this morning. Like I didn't know about it until this morning when I was going through my Twitter.
Okay.
I was to wake up and I go through social media for like 10, 15 minutes and then get up properly. So when I'm not working, I do that. But when I work, I have to just get ready and go. But obviously, when I don't work, I go through a couple social medias before just to see what's the deal, what I missed last night.
Yeah.
Pretty much how I guess, people nowadays go with the find information, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I saw it, got worried for a second, and then I saw, Ben 10 watch. So. But yeah, it looked pretty cool. I think there's a bunch of more videos coming out.
Yeah, probably as people release them.
Yeah, so it looks cool. It just looked cool.
No, yeah, it looked cool. It's like it's a meteor. It's rarely most people won't ever get to see one in real life. So, well, also one more topic for our general news. I'm not sure if you guys saw the past 3 days. Twitter has officially renamed their YouTube, not YouTube, but when you search up Twitter.com on the internet, it would go to X, right? It still does that, but now X has its own domain now. So if you type in X.com, it will now go to X instead of saying Twitter.com. So Elon has fully... Basically, he didn't make a new domain for X just yet. You still had to type in Twitter.com, because if you typed in X.com, it wouldn't go anywhere. But now if you type in X.com, it will now go to the site.
I will still search up Twitter.com.
No, it's same with me. Like, I have it saved as Twitter.
Mine's just too. I mean...
Yeah.
It'll still go to that no matter what, right?
No, yeah.
So they have two domains, technically?
Yeah, they have two domains that link to the same website. But you can tell Elon is tripling, quadrupling down on he's not going to change it back to Twitter, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter. We'll still call it Twitter.
Do I really have to get the sky blue thing?
Maybe.
I don't know. We talk about Elon every fucking week.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And yeah, let's see. Is there? I saw something. I'm not 100% sure if it's. Let's see. It was a game related thing. I just don't remember what it was. I'm really annoyed. I can't find it. More meteor stuff. Dude, I gotta find it. I remember what it was. I just can't. I remember it, but I just can't think of exactly what it is. Let's see. Um, college, the NFL, the NFL college game.
What about it?
It's a big deal. Got announced.
It's my first time hearing about it. I'm not even kidding with you.
NCAA. I just remembered
Oh,
the college game. That it's a game that the NCAA. You don't remember that?
I can remember now.
So
Yeah, so it's
they're
featuring all the
releasing the
college
newer-
teams.
yeah.
Yeah,
That means
play as Georgia.
this is a good slam.
No,
I will select the worst team in the nation
for Georgia.
against Georgia.
No,
Just to lose by 100
no,
to Georgia.
no.
But no, a bunch of cool information that's came out. So obviously NCAA, or I don't know what do they call it, college. Anyways, the game that's coming out, it got announced for this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think next month or July. I don't remember exactly at the time. But it's gonna be very detailed. I think there's a school that has Arkansas State. Okay, EA Sports College Football. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas State Stadium will have waterfall fountains go off touchdowns inside the video games returned.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I'm sure.
Oh, like the features that they have.
It's whatever features the school has
Yeah.
will be in the game, making it really, really realistic, and they are making it more realistic. Obviously, most players don't look the same, right? They all
Yeah, they all look
their
a little-
unique style.
Yeah.
So they have their, they dress differently. They marked it down to the T, more customization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and obviously a bunch of memes have been coming out about it of people like selecting the worst schools in the making them like national champions or recruiting
Yep.
or stuff like that.
Play as TCU.
Don't play a T-shirt.
Oh.
Don't. Do you know what happened to them
Yeah.
against Georgia?
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have a chance after the game started.
Hey
I
man,
knew they were gonna lose.
if you're
I was
gonna
still rooting for them just to have hope.
make it to the finals, you at least gotta fight back a little bit.
Listen, I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw it out to the internet.
Okay.
I don't hate UGA football or their school. It's just some fans I don't like,
Mm-hmm.
so I always root against them. I've already told you that UGA is a good team.
Yeah.
I told you that.
Best
But
team in the state.
some fans, and even you know it, some fans are
They're a bit
very
wild.
they're wild and controversial.
Yeah.
So I just don't like their fans. So when I always root against them as a joke,
Mm.
I don't have nothing wrong with them. Just so you know,
No, yeah.
because I wouldn't be coming here to pick you up or come
Come to
record
Athens,
videos
the
in
home of
general.
UJ every time.
It's just it's just the fans. Some fans, not all fans.
Yeah.
So let that be thrown out in the, because I'm from Georgia and it's like only team I don't support here. I support every team but that team,
Which is funny because they're the best team
and
in
I
the
support
state.
UGA, Georgia Tech too. I support
is
all Georgia.
One of the worst
teams.
football teams in the state.
Not Georgia State. I don't support them. You?
Well, when I was there,
We didn't.
not really.
You
I,
knew you
I
were going- you-
barely
you
paid
knew-
attention
You
though.
knew you were coming here.
Yeah.
Even when you were there, the first year I'm not going to.
I told you I was already going to UGA. It's like, this is a temporary thing.
So yeah, that's. Anyways, but
Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool thing. That's on the game side. Yeah, pretty cool that the game looks really good from the pictures. Hopefully, you obviously they make pictures look really nice in video games, so they it gets people attention. But really hoping EA doesn't fuck this one up.
Mm-hmm.
People have been crying for this game for the longest, and it's about damn time.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If you want to close it off.
But with that being said, this is the end of the podcast. I forgot what I usually say. I'm not at my usual set, but I have it written down on a note card. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when we upload. Comment down below what you want to see, what you like. Talk about the meteor IShowSpeed on down. Leave a like, so really do leave a like so that it helps the algorithm a little bit. And go check out our other videos on the channel. We have a bunch of videos coming out for the next couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And we do hope to have more videos out even after those. So Follow our socials down below. Twitter, Instagram. Do we have a Conquerors Instagram? So
We have an Instagram still, yeah. Yeah.
our LinkedIn, Facebook, anywhere else. Follow our Twitches down below as well. Got nothing else to say. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.
See you.
Peace.